You know, there's man's like Six Reacts. He has a track, and him and man like Joseph have a track together, right? Yeah.
Nyai. 2 shots to your door, nyai. 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 Got your shorty in my crib, nyai.
Nyai. Yo, she's kinda cute. Let me get your number. You're a waste, you. We get the Metro Pass for the Lolo. Oh wait, she got a Mac? That's a no-no.
Yeah. Is there any tracks that you may be dropping or working on that you can tell us about, or like?
You know what's crazy? In one of my videos, I don't know, you might have to go find that. But I have like a little snippet of something in the background, But I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to the rappers for now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I seen that. I seen something that like that. Yeah. That's what I was asking. Okay. So like Toronto and the UK, very similar, right? Like you got Jamaicans, you got Africans. You know what I mean? You got similar populations, right? Do you ever go to the UK? Do you have family out there? Do you listen to any UK music at all?
Well, I have one cousin in London. But I only seen him like maybe one time when I was like maybe in grade 2 or grade 3.
Okay.
I was like a kid. That was the last time I went out there. But in terms of me listening to UK music, I blast that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's some of the artists that you're listening to right now?
I listen to Mist.
Mist, okay.
Yeah, Mist. I listen to Mist. Fredo,
okay.
Who else? Qualms and Flavor. They're UK, but they're like Afrobeats. I listen to who else? The guy who made the song Joanna, Afro B, okay. Yeah, you might have to check that out still. It's a hard track still. It's a hard track. Who else? Tion Wayne. Yeah. I like UK music still.
Yeah, UK music's dope, man. Yeah, there's a lot of artists out there, bro.
I like the vibe too. You can groove. I don't dance.
Exactly,
but I groove.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like UK seems like blowing up. What can Toronto do to get to that next level? Because I feel like we're at like a level where like there's a lot of artists here too, but we're kind of like stagnant and we're kind of like doing the same thing. Like what can we do to like get out of that stagnation basically and get to the next level?
I feel like what helped them was like platforms, like platforms like Sixless, like I feel like platforms that are showcasing music or the talent, like because there they have what GRM Daily, Or I remember when I was in high school, like the biggest guy was K Coke.
K Coke.
And I think I heard about him from what is that, like Fire in the Booth. Exactly, so like platforms like that, they give artists a chance to really like take their music and cross countries, right? So definitely, I feel like that's what the difference is. I feel like we need larger or more established platforms
to come in and do it up.
And it starts like this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. Okay, cool. So let's talk about like Ghana. Have you been to Ghana?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, tell me about what like the scene out in Ghana. Like, you know what I mean? When you go out there, like how's the life out there in Ghana, man?
It's one of those things like when you go out, I've been there 3 times, right? So when you go back home, I feel like it's really humbling in the sense like I got to see where my parents came from, and then I look at where my parents came from and I see what they're doing now, and it shows you like the importance of work ethic, and trusting your process, and staying focused, right? A lot of people like to listen to other people, but if you stay focused and you know what your end goal is, you can accomplish something. So definitely that the trips that I've taken there, that's what it's taught me. It's taught me like stay humble, stay focused, and stay dedicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a big Ghanaian presence in Toronto as well, right? So like, is there any like Ghanaian artists that that maybe you can put us up on, or that you may be listening to, like, you know what I mean? That's like kind of doing the Afro beats thing in Toronto.
Ghanaian artists doing like an Afro beats type of thing. I know Ghanaian artists, like I know people who are Ghanaian artists, but I don't really pay attention too much to like Afro beats in Toronto. Definitely, who you should speak to. I have my cousin. Shout out Eve's Eye. Y'all gotta check out her YouTube channel. I gotta shout out my cousin because my cousin definitely taught me a lot about editing. Even like she goes to a lot of like African concerts.
Oh, dope.
And then she'll bring me along, give me a chance to like see how she's doing her work and whatnot, and just see how things are put together and just see how like people work. Right. So definitely, I feel like if you guys had her on, she'll be able to give you a better answer for African artists in Toronto. You know?
Okay, that's dope. That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely link up, man, and you know, do that up for sure, bro. Because I think it's very important for the representation too, right? And it's like to give a different voice. Because like right now, like the hip hop scene is just very, all the songs sound the same. You know what I mean? Like there's not very much variety. What's going on? It's all like da 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 da.
Yeah, very,
you know what I mean? It's like
similar,
everyone's doing the same thing, right? So that's why we're trying to find like, you know, new waves that are happening, right? Because even in Brampton now, there's a guy called Swick Don, and he's making like sick dancehall music. You know what I mean? And like like you know, like we've been looking at him and rating him, and like you know what I mean? Like it's dope, right? I feel like Toronto's like a melting pot for like all these different cultures, right? Like we have like, you know, African, we have Jamaican, we have Portuguese, we have Italian, Spanish, you know, everything, right? But you know, there's a lot of history and richness in that too that could be like, you know, brought up to the surface, right? And actually been amalgamated into the culture, right? So we're always on the pursuit to try to find those things, right? So that's always a question that we ask our guests too, right?
I feel like there's a lot of like different, like you're saying, like there's a lot of the same sound, right? There's a lot of artists that have a different sound, you know, but I have this thought that, or everyone I feel like has this thought, like, you know, that you can have something that's great.
Yep.
But if nobody hears it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
I can let's say I make a hit song right now, but I only show it to one person. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You know? So I feel like a lot of people, there are a lot of people or a lot of artists making different types of music, but it's just a matter of them getting that platform, right? Or maybe they have to work on their marketing.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's a very interesting time in Toronto right now, man. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like we're in a new plateau, but we still got another, you know, a couple of layers to go up, right? Because we're here now, but you know, there's been waves, right? Like even like back in, you know, 2006, 2005, there's a lot of rappers that are coming up, and then you know, the scene just kind of got flat, you know, because there's outlets, right? Back in the day, there was like Project Bounce Radio, where like, you know, you would go on and you'd hear like late at night, like 12 o'clock, like 12 to like 5 a.m. or something like that, right? And that's where
5 a.m. My pops was not allowing that type of behavior from me, you know. 5 a.m.
5 a.m. But you at least get to hear what's going on in Toronto, right? But now with the internet, we kind of have that exposure, right? So we're at that level again, but you know, we're trying to get to the next level now, right? And kind of keep growing, right? Yeah. And help the scene get to the next level. Yeah. So speaking of like, you know, growing up with you know, a guy named Father, like tell me some funny stories, man, because I had some Ghanaian friends too, and like the pops is always like the one who's like laying down the law and shit, you know, and it's like busting people's asses and shit.
You know, my pops and my mom, they're very funny people, you know, good people, very funny. They're funny because they don't know they're funny. Yeah. That's what makes them funny, right? You know, like, I feel like I don't want to go into too much detail of stories exactly because I feel like if people just follow my page or whatever, they're definitely gonna see what's happened throughout my life in a sense, you know. But they're hilarious. Like certain things, like walking into my room and not saying nothing.
Absolutely nothing to concern about whatsoever. You're Magic Johnson. First of all, you got some young studs because of how hard he plays and the fact he has.
Not say a single thing, right? Or like get in trouble for like wearing long johns. Like I didn't want to wear my long johns. You know? Back in the day, like yo, put on your long johns. You know, like you know those like the thermal thing that goes under your jeans or whatever. But elementary school, you don't want to wear those. No. You know, gym class, you take those off. People look at you. What are you wearing? Tights? What are you doing? Like you know, so. Facts. Yeah, but nowadays, you know, a man can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna have my long johns on me. Facts. You know, 100.
Facts, man. Facts. So, yo, what inspired you to like, you know, start making the skits? Like, were you always like into comedy and stuff like that? And like, and if so, like, which comedians were you like listening to and stuff?
Yeah, I was really into comedy growing up. Like, I love anything that makes me laugh. You know what I mean? Like, people. I like to be around people that make me laugh because, like, you know, laughter is a medicine. Facts. You know, it takes you away from like stress, anxiety, depression. You know, people are dealing with a lot, so laughter is always like a great medicine. So for me, people like Bernie Mac, you know, Bernie Mac, man. That guy can make you do to yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like his jokes were crazy. Like that man is funny. Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. You know, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, you know, Bill Bellamy, Eddie Griffin. Yeah, like I honestly I watch a lot of comedy still. Like I enjoy it, you know. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. Any like African comedians that you listen to, like, you know, you probably like your parents or you, like your cousins.
African comedians. I'll have to say Michael Blackson. You know,
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Blackson
he's
definitely
funny.
was one of the very funny guys that I've seen. I remember, I think a few years back I went to, what's the show? Is it like West Indies versus Team Africa? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I saw, what's his name? I Am Dulo.
Okay.
The Instagram guy.
Yeah.
I saw him like do a stand up set, and he had me laughing stuff.
For real.
Yeah, so I'll put him up there too.
Yeah. Because even like I was doing some research and I was looking at like some, you know, comedian guys from Ghana as well, right? And they get this freaking funny shit too, bro. There's a lot of it, man. There's a lot.
There's a lot of funny guys. You know?
Yeah.
Even like I feel like with just African people in general, like you know, a lot of people are like really good vibes. You know, like a lot of times, let's say I see like a next Ghanaian person, we might not have anything in common, like necessarily I might play ball, he might be a rapper or a dancer or whatever, but we can relate on the fact of we probably got disciplined the same way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So just off of that, like a man he could be a weirdo, I could be a weirdo too, but we're two different types of weird, you know?
Yeah.
And then we just relate on that one topic, like, oh yeah, your pops used to do this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my pops.
Yeah, you know?
My pops did the same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So where can the people find you, man? If they, you know, where can the people find you and find all your content?
Why would you want them to find me? Yeah, but what do you call it? I go by What's with Andy.
Yeah,
that's without the H's, you know, like WATS WITANDY. You know, for copyright reasons. You know, you know, because based off the show for some of the people who might not know. Yeah.
That's dope, man. So you used to watch the show back in the day, What's with Andy?
Oh yeah, I was a cartoon head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was one of those kids, like I didn't have Teletoon, like, you know, at first, until like I moved or whatnot. But I'll be that kid saying, yeah, I watched that show. I watched it. You know, like, you know, those ones like your friends are all talking about something that happened on Teletoon, but your channel's only go up to like 30.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
So like after school, were you like watching like YTV and all that stuff and watching all that program?
Every Saturday I'll wake up, you know what I mean? And I'm on YTV watching like everything, you know?
Yeah.
Or Fox Kids, like, you know, when they had like Sonic the Hedgehog and all that stuff. They had Kirby. Was it Cubics or something like that? Ultimate Muscle, everything. You know, I was a cartoon head. Like,
dope, man.
It was like that, cartoons and basketball. You know?
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, what position did you play in basketball, man?
Point. You know, I wish I could have been a center. You know, but that was in God's plan. You feel me?
Yeah. That's dope, yo. That's dope. So what's coming up next, man? Like, what you got planned next?
So what I want to say is just follow and you'll find out. You know, but for interview's sake, you know, I'm thinking about doing some like web series, you know. So I'm really trying to work on the script right now, and then definitely you guys need to be on the lookout for that, because I haven't put anything out on YouTube yet. Yeah. But definitely when I put something out on YouTube, it's probably gonna be on a more grander scheme, right? So just stay tuned on my Instagram for now. And follow the kid, you know what I mean? Follow the journey.
Dope, man. Dope. Exclusive stuff right there, man. Exactly. Looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to the like we're saying, like the levels, right? The progression, right? That's always key, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, AJ, you surprised me still. Like, you know, when I had no clue what I was supposed to see. You know what I mean? Like, you have no face. Like, you know, you have no face.
Yeah, man, behind the camera.
Yeah, exactly. I want to tell people what you look like, but I won't do it, you know? I have the inside information, you know? So if I don't know what this guy looks like, holla at me, you know?
There go that nigga right there. There we go.
Yeah. I'm going to need a bag for that information.
Facts, you know? Man. New 6 buzz out here, man. No one knows what that nigga looks like either, man. But yeah, man, respect for coming out and doing this with us, man.
No problem, bro. Thanks for having me,
Yeah, man. Yeah, bless, man. Bless.
All right.
Drummers.